I have a mini unboxing. For a different kind of unboxing, I know exactly what this book is. Because as you can probably tell from this box, this is Illumicrate, and this is an Illumicrate pre-order. The last book in a trilogy that I adore. I say I adore it. I've read the first book. I was to read the second in February and I didn't get around to it because my February reading month was trash. This is the third and last book in the series, and I love it. So this is what it looks like. Now you might ask me, well, all these book boxes you get, what do you do with the boxes? Well, I recycle them because I will have my eBay account linked down below. I resell some books and I've got loads on there. I've been selling loads of them, and that's what I use the book boxes for, and the packaging the books come in. Now, the first book in this series was Godkiller by Hannah Kaner. Wonderful. It is the only one I have read so far because it's little. Oh, look at this little one. Loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars. And the second book in the series is Sunbringer. On here. So pretty. Haven't been able to get around to it yet. I have a few arcs to go through, so it's probably going to be the end of April, May time by the time I actually get round to this, and therefore round to the other one. And so that was the first one. That one's the second one. And this one's the third and final. Faithbreaker. I love this blue cover. It is like the normal cover. It's just blue. So this is the cover of this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Illumicrate do some amazing books. If this is available on the website, because it doesn't come in the normal book box, I got this on pre-order, but if there are some available on the website, I will link that page down below. Because that isn't available on the website anymore, and neither is that one. The only way you will get either these two is on eBay for stupid, ridiculous prices. So if you have either of these and you missed out on this one, I will link that page down below if it's up. But this, my watch is telling me to drink. Lovely. I love the blue of this cover. I like that this one is sort of an autumny, bronzy, golden colour. That one is even more of an autumny, bronzy colour, and this one is just blue. But yeah, love this cover. And we go around on here, and the quote on the back is, "I have so little power, Godkiller said Skedi quietly. I fear losing Inara's faith. I fear fading. I fear death. What can I do? I'll give her honesty, you give her love," Kissan said. "She'll need both." And of course the edges. So we have green on the top, green on the bottom, sort of an aqua colour. And these are the edges. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love, love, love. So yeah, Skedi, this little god creature, does feature on both that edge and this edge and now this one. Love it. So let's have a look at the naked hardcover. So this is the naked hardcover and I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. So on this hardcover we have Inara and Skedi flying up there. Lovely character art. And it is a bit plain on the back, but oh, you can hear that crack, can't you? Open it out, and there we've got. And it is signed by the author, straight on there. Which you can't see because the light doesn't want to play. There we go. Got there eventually. And we have a map. I love having a map. Now I am not going to read the blurb, simply because I haven't read the second book yet and I don't want... It might spoil it, it might not. but because I've started the trilogy, I would like to just get no spoiler. Now, one thing I did do this week, this came the other day, and I didn't unbox it. Now, I went to an event at Waterstones, which is to meet the author and sign a book. Now, I've been doing BookTube for probably just for over a year now, and I did the fairy tales before that, which I do have another fairy tale video in the works coming. Pretty big one and all. It's wonderfully dark, let's say. But then they all are. But I'm getting off point. So when you go on Waterstone's website, I don't know if it's the same when you're on your phone, but if you click on events and type in your location, it'll bring up all these events that are planned at your local Waterstones, which is author signings or book signings or talks. So this particular one that happened the other night was Hannah Kaner was on her book tour for this book. And Constanza Cassetti. I know it's not Casati because that's how I was trying to say it, and the guy who introduced them didn't say it like that, but I can't remember how he said it, but it wasn't like how I was trying to say it at all. And she is the author of two of my most beautiful books ever, which is Clytemnestra and Babylonia. So she writes historical fiction. Or myth, or like myth. Now, I would have said it was a myth retelling, but I haven't read them yet. Now, she described it as historical fiction, which is what I'm going to describe it as, because if anybody's going to know what it is, it's going to be the person that wrote it. But yeah, the Godkiller trilogy is definitely fantasy, and she was so nice. It was so nice to listen to her. So I was like sat in the row, because I went on my own, and I know I'm so brave. I went on my own. I even talked to some strangers. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, it was an event from like 7 till 9 or just past 9, and they talked about the book. So Constanza was asking Hannah like different questions about the book. What did you think of it? What was the hardest to write? Who's your favourite character? How did you come up with the idea? All of these wonderful, wonderful questions. And one of the questions from the audience at the end was about the artwork. It said, how did you come up with the artwork? Now, it's a guy called Tom Roberts. If I am wrong with that, I'm going to put the proper name down here. And he does the artwork for these covers. And he did the artwork for this one. And when it came back, there wasn't a stag in the story, but it looks really good. So she added it in afterwards. After the cover had been done, she added the whole stag thing in, which is actually, if I remember right, I only read it in January. If I remember rightly, the stag is the personification or creature, or how the war god like to appear. Gigantic stag with power. Now, I haven't read the second one yet, but this cover to me screams Neptune. Not Poseidon, but it does scream Neptune a bit more. But I haven't read it, so I don't know. Now, I mentioned that Skedi is on all 3 of the spread edges. Gee, it's been a long day. And Hannah said that she was adamant that Skedi would finally get his place on a cover of one of the books. If it wasn't going to be the first one, because her publishers said that it looked a bit weird. I think it looks awesome. But yeah, Skedi finally gets his own cover. I love it. I love it. I love this. I want to say that I love this series, but I have only read this book. But because it was 5 stars, I am just so animated and I love it so much. And that, after I get through the arcs, that I told myself I wouldn't sign up to a load of arcs, and I have. So they really need doing. But yeah, these is my trilogy to finish. I am determined to finish series that I've started, and like I've read a book and then forgotten it. So happy.
soft embrace. Dark star sips with calm and